Hello, my name is LIGAYA FIGUERAS. I'm the food and dining editor for the Atlanta Journal-Constitution. Welcome to this latest episode of Georgia on My Plate Farm Series, sponsored by Kroger. We're traveling around the state to meet growers and producers, learning about their operations and the products that ultimately end up on our plates. Today, we're at DaySpring Farms in Danielsville, just north of Athens. It's a USDA-certified organic farm run by the Brett family. They cultivate wheat, corn, and sweet potatoes on these 90 acres you see behind me. Let's meet the Bretts to get our tour started. So I'm here with Nathan and Simone Brett. Thanks so much for having us.
So glad to have you guys.
Yeah, so tell us a little bit about your farm.
So we started out here in 2011 on this piece of property doing a market garden type model, farmers markets, restaurants. Within a few years we pivoted to the row crops that you see out here now and just try to focus our efforts on a few things rather than a lot of smaller varieties.
So one of the things that makes your farm unique is that you are organic certified.
When Dad and I first started the farm, we were already leaning towards getting organic certification, primarily because we believe that organic farming practices are responsible. They're very regenerative, so we're putting a lot back into our soils. We also are one of the few operations in the state that are growing and processing all of our grain here.
That's right, so you're seed to sack.
Seed to sack.
And you're also raising your family on the farm.
Yes, we are. We have 2 little boys out here and they are loving the farm life.
What are the challenges that you face these days?
So the biggest one, and what every farmer will always tell you, is weather is the biggest challenge. It either rains too much or not enough. And we're in the stage right now where we're trying to rush to finish harvesting wheat before it starts raining again. And so there's always like a push and pull trying to get everything done while the weather is good.
All right, well, I'm excited to see the operation.
Let me show you around.
Awesome. So Nate, we were in the field. I guess this place is the next step after you've harvested.
It is. So everything, once it comes out of the field, it comes through our cleaning facility here. All of our grains are processed here. It comes through the assembly line, across our cleaning line, and then goes through this. We're bagging it up into 50-pound bags, sew it up, put it on a pallet, and then put it in our cold storage.
So we've gone from the cleaning side of the operation to the milling room. Tell us what happens here.
So once everything is clean, we'll bring it in here. It's stored in here until we're ready to mill it. We run everything through this old Meadows stone mill.
What are the benefits of a stone mill compared to a steel roller mill?
So with a stone mill, there's a lot less heat generated between the stones. And so there's a lot less starch damage, which then means that you're able to get greater nutritional value out of the flour that's coming out of this.
So we're still in the milling room, but next stage, what's happening here?
This is our sifter. Everything that comes off the mill is pretty much going to go through this machine here. We have different screen sizes to be able to change the grade of flour or mill product that we're coming through. So right now I have it set up for corn, so we can do grits, cornmeal, corn flour, polenta.
That is everything for our baking and cooking needs.
That's our goal.
Well, Nate, thanks very much for showing us the production side of things. I saw those 50-pound bags, but I know those are going to your wholesale clients. Tell us a little bit about where home cooks can find you.
So we have a website. We offer 5- and 2-pound bags through that, and we ship nationwide.
Simone, Nathan, thank you so much for having us today.
It was our pleasure.
Y'all come back anytime.
Now that we've seen the very fields where these stone ground grits come from, we're here in the kitchen with Chef John from Kroger. Chef, it's great to see you again.
So glad to be here again with you.
Yeah, so Chef is going to show us how to make grits the star of a dish. Chef, tell me a little bit about your plans.
So people, when they think grits, they think heavy. What we're gonna do is lighten it up. We're gonna add vegetables. We're gonna do spinach, garlic, tomato. It's gonna be a light dish as a base, and then salmon croquette's gonna be the icing on top.
That sounds like a summer sensation. I can't wait to see what you whip up.
Let's get cooking. We're gonna do salmon croquettes using all these fresh vegetables, but remember, the real star of the show are these stone ground grits. I'm gonna show you how to cook them, and I'm gonna give you tips to make them even better. They're more coarse, so it's gonna take a little bit more time. It's a labor of love. We're not gonna be able to leave this area. You wanna cut the time in half, you can pre-soak overnight. Another thing is you always use 4 parts liquid to 1 part grits. Now, we're using water and milk here for these grits. You could use fish stock, chicken stock, even vegetable stock. I have 1 cup grits, and I'm gonna start with 2 cups of water and just a little bit of butter to get it started. So I bring it to a boil, and I'm slowly going to whisk the grits in. While the grits are thickening, I have a sauté pan with hot oil. I've got onions, garlic, and tomato. I'm gonna saute just until they're translucent. Then I'm just gonna simply wilt the spinach. It's gonna come together, and it's gonna be the base of our dish. So they're exactly as thick as I'd like them to be. What I'm gonna do is start to add the milk. It's gonna continue to cook. It's coming along really nicely. While those grits are cooking, we're gonna put together our salmon croquettes. What I've done is combine my salmon with red onion, green pepper, red pepper, Old Bay seasoning, mayonnaise, and breadcrumb. We're gonna get it in a hot pan, and it's gonna go on top of the star of the show, which are those stone ground grits. The grits are exactly where we want them, nice and thick, but it's not done yet. We have a special ingredient. This is a Kroger brand pimento cheese spread. It's got a little bit of everything in it. I'm gonna put it in there. It's gonna add a lot of flavor, a lot of depth. I'm gonna stir that in, and then we're gonna bring over our spinach and tomato saute to finish it up. And we're just gonna pour that right in and give it a good old mix. And now we're ready to plate.
Wow, Chef, this looks beautiful. These grits, I mean, they could pair with a lot of other things besides salmon croquettes, right?
Oh, without a doubt. What if I did blackened chicken sliced and shingled, or maybe grilled fish?
Oh, and of course, shrimp and grits.
Oh, totally.
Make sure to check out AJC.com all year long for more Georgia on My Plate stories, videos, and recipes sponsored by Kroger. Chef John, thank you for another great cooking session.
My pleasure.
And thank you for joining us. We'll see you next time.